Hey, I'm Tones and and today I'm going to be breaking down my song Dance Monkey. I'm from Australia. I have been busking for the last 2 years, and recently I released my first EP, The Kids Are Coming, with my track Dance Monkey on it, which has now blown up around the world. I think when I decided to quit my job and start busking full time, it was a decision I made probably 3 years ago while I was working selling clothing. And on the street, I used to watch these buskers outside the store, and I really wanted to busk. I knew that's what I wanted to do, but it took me so long to get my permit. It was like a year, because to busk in this spot in Melbourne, you have to audition and do interviews. And then when I got that position and I started busking, it was very hard because it was very busy in the middle of the city and you could only park your car like a kilometre away. So I had to always bring a friend because I couldn't carry all my stuff in one go, and I didn't want to leave it on the street and go back. So then one of my friends told me, you should go to Byron Bay and busk there. You can just park on the side of the street and just busk wherever you want. So then I moved to Byron Bay at the start of 2018 and started busking full time. I wrote my song Dance Monkey about one night that I had on the street, and it was a night where I'd already been busking for 6 hours, and one person ran past and stole my money, and then another person tried to lean over and play my keyboard when they were really drunk. The whole crowd was very drunk and rowdy. I said, look, I'm really sorry, like, this is it now. Everyone started yelling again, and then even when I said, no, this is it, and stop, they started booing me. And I was so frustrated because it just showed me, like, how people really didn't have much patience anymore. And if you replace the word dance with sing, it's really self-explanatory, and it just shows a way that, like, I just took everything that people had said to me and put it in a song, like, I see the way you shine, you stopped me dead while I was walking by, just sing one more time, you know. You'd probably notice a lot of my music is not actually about me. So yeah, I ended up writing it about, like, dance instead of sing, so it wasn't so personal, and yeah, and that's how it happened. So doing that for the first time and having any kind of positive reaction and selling my first ever demo on the street, and, you know, like, having my first ever, like, big crowd, even like my first 10 people, like, that was, I remember I have a photo of it still, and I thought that was huge, you know. I didn't know what was in store for me. I had no idea. But yeah, the busking was it, and I always say this is the best thing I've ever done, and it was the happiest time of my life. I was living off my music, I was living for myself, I was living out of my van, and I just did what I wanted to do. If I needed some money, I'd go and busk and I'd buy food or whatever. But yeah, I felt really free. Before I wrote Dance Monkey, I said to my manager, I want to dress up as an old man and have 2 other old men and do a film clip where we just run amok on a golf course and we be silly and we have fun. And that was, like, I wanted to do that before I even wrote the song. I didn't want to make the film clip about me busking and being like, no, because it was such a moment. You know, that moment had passed for me, but I got this song out of that moment. So I was like, great, I have no more emotions to that night, but, like, I got this great song out of that emotion. So now I want to have fun and do this fun film clip. And I never thought that it would be, like, over 100 million streams on YouTube, which is so crazy. I remember when it got to, like, 6,000 and I screenshot it and I was like, oh my God, 6,000, it's so crazy. I'm actually going to bring old Tones back one more time before I just lay it to rest and move on with my life. So you guys will see him soon. I never thought that my life would be like this. Things are happening that, you know, you wouldn't even see in a movie, you know. I feel like it's just like a movie sometimes, like what is happening, and it's in my eye, through my eyes, and yeah, it's really crazy. I don't know sometimes how to deal with it, but then I just, like, turn my phone off and hang out with my friends and it's all fine. It's not even one of my top favourite 3 songs. Emotionally, or, like, in terms of what I'm proud of, what it's achieved, I'm proud of. Sometimes I think, I can't believe I wrote this song, like, so many people enjoy it, and that's really nice. But in terms of like what I've put my most effort into or what I really care about, it's not even in my top 3 or maybe not even top 5. Australia has really followed me because I'm from Australia. So they were there when I was busking, to releasing Johnny Runaway, which they really got on board for, and that became like a top 10 single in the country. And then I released Dance Monkey, who my whole team said, don't freak out, but it might not be as good as Johnny Runaway, like it might not do that well, and we laugh about it to this day. But yeah, I feel like the artist I am in Australia is like an artist. They see me and, you know, they believe in me as an artist, and I think that's so amazing. But it would just be absurd if the world thought that. I mean, everything's already moving at such a quick pace. It's like, what do I expect? Like, do I expect everyone to know everything about me just because they like my song? And no, but that just comes down to the people that want to get to know me and want to hear my music and what I'm about. And, you know, and that's just something that I can't decide for people. They have to decide for themselves. All I can really do is be me and focus on my music. And if people want to jump on board and come along for the ride, then that's up to them.